Hey gorgeous people, let's get right into it. So today is MLK Day and I have the day off, so I said, of course, why not find something to do? So these list of establishments have free admission today from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So my goal is to check out as many as possible. However, I would not be going to the zoo because it's kind of cold and I don't feel like playing outside in the cold today. So the zoo is going to be crossed off the list. The others, we're going to see if we can make it to those. However, if you are a Cuyahoga resident and you want to go to the Cleveland Zoo, you can definitely do that on Mondays. Every Monday is free for Cuyahoga residents. You just need to take your ID so you can verify that you're a resident. So my first stop is going to be downtown Cleveland, and I'm going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Science Center. So I've never actually explored inside the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I've went in there once or twice to use the restroom, but I've never actually walked around. So I'm excited to see what that experience is. And then I have been in the Science Center before as a kid, so we're gonna see if it's still as exciting as it is, or as it was back then, as it will be for me today as an adult. See where the journey takes us after that. I'll show you all just glimpses of the different activities, just because if you want to see them, I don't want to show everything because that probably would ruin it. So I'll just show you bits and pieces here and there, and we'll see what we come up with today. Stay tuned. Y'all, so I found free parking on the street. Got extremely lucky. So today is starting off really good because that was my thing. Let's see if I can get free everything, free parking, free activities. Probably can't find no free food, but all right, so we are off to the Science Center and then the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It is kind of packed down here, I must say, y'all. It's really packed. Look, all these cars are trying to get into parking lots. I don't know how much parking is, but that is none of my concern since I found free parking. So I'm inside. It's pretty packed. If you want to go to the Dome Theater, which plays different movies and stuff like that, it's an additional $5. They do give you a wristband, so I'm going to put that on and we're going to see what's in here.
So, how many beads do you see in here if you look down on the side?
One.
What about this one?
One.
So, yep, we've got one here. But this one, we actually have two. So this is water, and it refracts like normal water, so it bends the light when it goes into it, so you can see this one clearer. But this is baby oil. This lets light go right through it, so it doesn't have that refraction, so you can really only see the red because it's red.
Red. Okay.
And then I've got the straw, so when you look into here, it looks bigger because water is a magnifier, and then it also looks broken when you have it in, so because of the refraction of the light. And which way are the arrows pointing? This
Right
way?
to right.
So if you look into here, how about now?
To
the other way?
Yeah.
Yep. So it's looking into a mirror image.
I didn't get to make it inside of this classroom, but whatever she was doing with this smoke looked really cool, and they was probably having fun in there. I wish I could have made it inside. This was on a second floor. It was so many different activities for the kids to engage with, which I thought was really neat, that they can touch, feel, smell different things and really get the experience of science. All right, so the Science Center was extremely packed. Like, I guess I expected it, but it was way too packed to be enjoyable for myself. Granted, I didn't take any children down here, but it seemed like the kids was having a good time. But for me, it was way too crowded. Granted, it's free, so that's expected. But needless to say, it seemed like it was still all things that I remember from a kid being in there, and some additional stuff. Definitely educational for the kids and fun for sure. I would recommend coming to the Science Center, just not on a full free day, and you'll get all the kids that you've seen in there. So now we're gonna head to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If you love music, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is the place to be. It was a ton of things to do in here. I really love the setup of everything. This room in particular, they had Guitar Hero. They had 2 sets of drums for the kids to go into the sound booth and go ahead and beat on the drums. This showed you how the induction process worked, which was nice because I had no idea how this process worked. So it's neat to read about some of that information. This section here kind of confused me. I think it was just like a little lounge place to hang out while you take a break maybe from walking around. And then that's a theater that I didn't go into because I didn't have the time. Alright, so I have completed the second stop, which was the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And for that to be my first time in there, it was actually really enjoyable. It was so much to see, so much to learn about from the different artists and the different bands and stuff like that. That is another place I would recommend. I'll put down in the description how much it is to just get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Science Center if it's not free, because they did say this is the one and only time that they do allow free admission into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So I'll drop the description below with the addresses, of course, and then the admission fee. So the next stop is the Botanical Gardens. We're gonna head down probably like 10 minutes away, so I'll see y'all soon. This is Wade Oval. In the wintertime, they put up this ice skating ring for you all to kind of just rent skates and hang out. And I end up deciding to go to the Cleveland Museum of Natural History before going to the Botanical Gardens. So let's just check this out. This room to my right had a gentleman in here talking about bugs, and I'm not so keen on bugs, so I didn't really tiptoe in there for real. I seen some of the butterflies that they had on the wall, but then I got right back out. I didn't want to learn about the bugs.
We can look at general age. So, do you guys think this is an adult or a child?
There's a hole right there. That's the bony part inside.
This room has so many different tables set up to learn about different things. This table in particular was set up to learn about the different seeds that grow out in the wild, and these were real seeds. This one right here in particular is the world's largest seed, and it was probably about 40 to 50 pounds. This is the flying experience. I was standing in line for this, but I got out because the line itself was about 30 minutes long before I can get to the experience. So he's kind of operating it, and then if you can see that TV on the left, that's what he's looking at inside of the VR glasses. So that was pretty neat. And then I had no idea that we had animals back here. So I was very shocked to come into this space and see these animals. I really had no idea, but this was one of the best parts of my day, is just experiencing the animals, learning about the different seeds and seeing that flying experience. And then at the end, I'll show you all just a brief moment when I was inside of the planetarium.
right there, Sirius is the brightest star in the entire nighttime sky. So the only star in our skies that looks brighter than Sirius, that's the sun. And a lot of times you'll hear Sirius called by another name, the dog star, because it's the brightest star in Canis Major, the greater dog. The bigger of the two hunting dogs of Orion. So that's one of his pals up there in the sky. Although I don't know about you, I've never seen a dog look like that in my life. But if you can find the dog star Sirius, just hop a little bit off to the left, pretty much due east, and you'll find another really, that's the brightest one.
So the Cleveland Museum of Natural History was definitely by far my favorite thing, or my favorite place that I went today. It was so much in there, and technically most of the stuff was closed because they're doing construction. So if you do get a chance to come, I would definitely suggest visiting the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. One other cool thing about coming down here is like everything is so close. So that's the Cleveland Natural History Museum behind me, and then to my right is the Art Museum, and then straight ahead is the Botanical Gardens, and then around the corner to the left is the Cleveland History Museum. So everything is in walking distance. So once you park and pay for parking, because unfortunately I had to pay for parking because street parking was not happening today, and I think parking is like $12, I believe. I parked in the Botanical Gardens, so it was a garage, so that was cool, but I did wish I had free parking. So I think I got like 30 minutes before 5 o'clock or something like that. So I'm gonna try to go back into the Botanical Gardens, or not try to go back, go into the Botanical Gardens because I only parked there. See what I can see before the day is over. So I was just talking about how I didn't like bugs, and this was the first thing I saw walking into the Botanical Gardens, which I don't understand why the roaches are on display, but whatever, to each his own. Alright, gorgeous people, so I made it into the Botanical Gardens, and the Botanical Gardens is just a miss. It is just a miss for me. Like, it just never is that exciting for me. I thought the orchids was supposed to be here at our Botanical Gardens right now during this time frame, but they said at the end of the month, so missed that. I don't think I really want to go to any more Botanical Gardens. The one in DC was not awesome. Cleveland is not awesome. I've heard great things about the one in Atlanta. Maybe if I'm back in Atlanta and I feel like paying for it, maybe I'd see if it's better, but right now I'm over the whole Botanical Gardens. It's just not it. So I personally would not recommend going to Botanical Gardens because it just doesn't do it for me. But my other adventures today was good. Like I said, I really enjoyed the Cleveland Natural History Museum. That was probably my favorite part out of the whole day. The two activities downtown, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and where else I go? Oh, Great Lakes Science Center was nice. I think the Great Lakes Science Center is definitely a really, really good place for kids. Very educational. They have a lot of fun activities for them to engage in, to make it more realistic for them, to help them understand how everything works. Definitely a plus. And then of course the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was interesting to me because I had never been in there. I wasn't sure what to expect going in there. So it was a lot of neat stuff happening in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well. So I would definitely drop those addresses and the prices for these places in the description below if you ever want to check them out when you're in Cleveland, or if you live in Cleveland and never visited any of those locations. Definitely check them out for sure. I'm kind of sad that I didn't hit the other two locations, but maybe next time or on another day off when I'm looking for something to do, I'll go ahead and check those out. As always, gorgeous people, go out there, create memories that will last a lifetime.